Well, Mr. Barrett, we got a FA Cup match again today. Great stuff.
Yeah, FA Cup, always exciting to take part in the FA Cup, especially the day after the men's, I think, been playing in it, comes along to the ladies the day after.
So which are we? Sorry, Notts County or Salford?
We're actually the opposite. We are the favourites in terms of league status, so theoretically should be a comfortable win, but
they did beat Blackpool Wrens.
They did beat Blackpool Wrens, and obviously that's why I've mentioned that as part of my team talk, and obviously we've got to take that into account. That they're no mugs, they're not, although they're 3 leagues below, they're a new team, so it's a group of different teams that have come together to form a strong team. So they will fly up the leagues, I'm sure.
They've got 90 players in their squad, in their club.
Really?
Yeah.
More than us.
Yeah, I know.
90 players.
And what's the team looking like for today?
Well, at the moment it's looking on paper very strong. Hopefully Emma Kay will get here. She's had to take a slight detour, but hopefully, and we've got 3 good substitutes. So it's our surface, our home tie, our conditions in our favour really.
Yeah, we got the wind and the rain. We like that.
We like the wind and the rain, especially when I'm sat nice and warm in the dugout. But yeah, and we go into it with positive mood, but we've always got to be wary bearing on the side of caution, because they're not going to be any mugs, and they'll certainly put up a fight, I'm sure.
And it's one eye on next week's match against Preston as well.
Well, it is. They've got another big game next week against Preston, so this is a prep match for that, as well as at the end of the day, this is the FA Cup, and everybody likes to take part and win in the FA Cup. So let's hope it's a good game and we all enjoy it, and it's a good result.
You've actually got cup fever, haven't you?
Yes, I have actually. I enjoy the FA Cup.
Right.
Takes the pressure off the league.
Thanks very much, Nick.
All right.
Andy, a good trip down today?
Yeah, not too bad at all. Obviously, the junction 34 is closed off and there's an accident in the town. Hope nobody's hurt seriously, but we've made it in the end.
Well, this is one of the tactics we have for the opposition, is our traffic.
Yeah, it's one I might try and use myself if somebody comes to play us.
How long did it take you to get down?
Roughly about 2.5 hours.
Hartlepool United, can you tell me something about the club?
Yeah, basically we've we've run the umbrella of Hartlepool United now. We've been under about 10 weeks since the new owners arrived from London. They were looking for a girls' ladies section. We'd outgrown the little club we used to be, Seaton, and we kind of arranged a meeting, and that's where we are at the moment. At the moment we've got between 70 and 90 girls, 2 senior teams, 18s, 15s, 10s and 12s, and Rugrats.
Which league are you in?
Dedham League One.
Did notice you played 3 games in that and scored a load of goals.
Yeah, it's 3 divisions below you guys. We are what we are. We're a grassroots football. If we were good enough, we would play higher.
Right.
It takes time, but it's like anything else. The team that I've inherited 3 years I've been here, there's a team that don't want to go any higher. They're happy in this league, or maybe it's the one above it to push.
And there's a lot of ladies football up there. We up to the north east.
We're about 11 mile away from Norton.
A lot of female football up there.
Yeah, it's brilliant. I mean, obviously in your league you've got Norton, you've got Chesley Street, and of course you've got Middlesbrough, who I consider to be the benchmark at the moment, certainly in our area and possibly your league. So yeah, there's quite a lot of interest and a lot of people are starting to become the game, and of course you've got players like Jordan Nobbs and Steph Howner from the area, so they kind of inspire all the young people.
And what about yourself? What's your background in football?
Just grassroots really. Boys football for 10 years, asked to do the girls football 3 years ago. My daughter plays, so well, not for this team, she's only 15, but kind of got in coaching there because my son's progressed onto his football. Got asked to do this and I've been here 3 years now.
And do you enjoy it? What do you get out of it?
Football's football, whoever you're coaching, and it's brilliant. I always love it. Girls football is different to boys, don't care what you say, and I've had to adapt my style of management, and there's been lots of issues and problems, but I think by doing this it's made me a better coach because I can actually relate and manage a lot more incidents than maybe I did with the boys.
What are the expectations for Hartlepool this season? I mean, what's the season going to be like for you?
To be fair, we've got some couple of new players in, and we've talked to the team. We've set the objectives quite high. The FA Cup was a bit of fun. As it happens, we've actually won a couple of games, so it's kind of it's turned out into a bit of an adventure, which the girls love. Local level, the league, I expect to win the league. I expect to retain the League Cup, which we beat down Wildcats last year, under 19s, and I also expect to get the final of the County Cup.
One question more. What are the tactics for today?
Keep the score down.
Oh, no, you're supposed to say, I'm not telling you.
No, keep the score down.
Hey, you score a lot of goals.
No, I know, but with the goal for 3 divisions, you don't think it's a lot.
It is.
Lindsay Stevenson, Middlesbrough, gives a few pointers on you, and at the end of the day, it's square pegs, round hole situation. Yeah. If we can't match your fitness and ability, then we're going to keep scoring on, and that's all it is really.
And it's a bit windy and a bit rainy. Enjoy the game.
Cheers, thanks so much. Best of wishes.
Thanks very much. Joe, we're out of the rain now, so how did the game go for you?
Well, we had a few decisions against us. We had a sending off, we had a penalty against us. We're a grassroots team at the end of the day. We've come and battled a team 3 leagues above us and we've scored 3 brilliant goals. We can't complain about that. And we were up against a really good side today and I thought we'd give them a really good game.
The first half you did ever so well. It was going well until the sending off.
Yeah.
It was a bit silly, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was just stupid. I can't even explain it.
No. And then the penalty.
Yeah.
But it was a cracking second goal, yeah?
Yeah, it was a really good goal, yeah. The last was just a couple of passes and we got it in the back of the net, which was really good, and that's what we should have had from the start, but we didn't do it on the day.
And you came back in the second half. Unfortunately, the offside trap seemed to fail at the end.
Yeah, definitely. Every time we were trying to catch them offside, they were just too fast and they were just running from the midfield on through. Yeah. And they got the goals. That one man down just done us in. I thought Justine played really well. Justine Robbo, yeah. She
Right.
played really well.
Okay.
She was battling till the end. She was winning everything. She fought right until the last minute. I thought our left back played really well. Caitlin Bates, she'd done quality. She was just running all the way. The full midfield. I thought the full midfield battled, but in the end it was just too much.
So what do you take out of today's match?
I take out that we can compete 3 leagues above, and that's what we aim to do. Like, play 3 leagues above, and hopefully we can keep working towards that. Take out the positives and the negatives of the game, and work on both to be able to compete at that level.
Right, thank you. And what's coming up for you in the next couple of weeks then?
We've got the County Cup, which we hope to totally take the trophy. We've got the league. We're going to keep focused on the league, win the league, and the League Cup. We want to retain that as well.
Right. Joe, good luck for the rest of the season with the County Cup, and hopefully we'll see you again soon.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye.
Squeeze! Get out!
Jade, that was a comfortable win in the end, but it wasn't easy all that much, was it?
No, first half was a bit of a struggle. Our passes were a little bit sloppy, a little bit. I think we hesitated a little bit and got a bit frustrated with ourselves. But then second half, we seemed to settle on the ball. Our passing was a lot more cleaner with the wind behind us, so we was able to latch onto the through balls.
Yeah, I must admit they did it to themselves really with the sending off and the penalty.
Definitely. It was a bit strange that shouldn't get a card for the penalty, but it happens, doesn't it?
Right. And you had a couple. You were up in attack in the second half. A couple of goals you could have got.
I know, it's a weird one for me as well, and I'm never really attack. Yeah, I should have passed a few to the side last minute, but I had a goal. Keeper was good today.
But once again, you and Keno seem to be working well down that side.
We do. The good thing is that we overlap with each other, and if one sits, the other one goes, and we know when to cover for each other, really. And it works well down the left hand side.
And who else do you think played well for us today then?
Laura, I think, had a really good game. Laura Iverson. She was getting onto every ball. She was winning headers. She was looking for the pass and then carrying on for the return pass. She played really well.
Yeah. And once again, I mean, my bugbear is if we don't get Hannah in the game, we struggle. And in the first half, Hannah was out on the right and she had nothing to do.
I suppose she's used to playing on the right. She's used to whipping in some really good crosses. But I think with the first half, because of the wind, it was hard to get crosses in from the right hand side.
Yeah.
So once we moved her in more into the inside, she was more comfortable on the ball, I think.
Yeah, and unfortunately it was windy and rainy, wasn't it? That's our first windy and rainy match of the season.
It was very windy and raining. It's a good job we're inside now because the weather outside is torrential.
I know, and it's November. We've got all this to look forward to till March.
Can't wait.
Right. So there are chips and hot dogs. Better get cracking.
I can't wait. I'm going to go get some now.
All right. Thanks very much, Jade.
Oh, yeah, just that. Let me cover, let's work. Go to south.
What the fuck? You can just left now?
said she should have done better defensively.
So that was a good, comfortable victory. Well, it wasn't that comfortable, was it?
No, I was disappointed in the first half. We came in 1-1, I think it was, and I thought our the first half display was poor. We looked slow, looked lethargic, we weren't getting into tackles, we weren't playing the right balls, defensively all over the place, no concentration, and passing was poor, and I think midfield weren't getting involved enough.
So what do you say to them at half-time then?
I gave one or two of them a bit of a telling off, but it needed. They came out second half with a bit more punch and a bit more bite about them, played the right passes. To be fair, it could have been 10, couldn't it? Emma Kay got in positions and passed when she should have shot. Pales got through, fluffed a shot. There's some good goals. We take
They played the offside trap in the second half, and it took us a while to work out how to get through it.
They played the offside trap and they went to 3 at the back, so it did change the sort of momentum in our favour massively, because what it meant was we could just go down the width. They were playing 3 centrally and we had 2 wingers that were happy to push on and get involved, and that's where some of the goals came from. I think that we probably could have scored more and probably should have, but they as I heard the girls saying, their left back was good and the keeper's good. When we got the speed of the pitch right, the passing was better.
You mean with the wind?
The wind, the pitch was quick with the rain, it was skidding through far too fast. When we started to just get adjusted to that, we started to get some balls through and finally got to get some chances.
I think we should be getting used to the wind and the rain, because we haven't had that much wind and rain recently.
We haven't, but I'm glad we had the dugouts today. It was nice and cosy on there, nice and warm. So, anyway, it's a good win, and we obviously move on to the next round. There's things we take away from it, and there's things we need to work on from it. But the girls will go away feeling they've had a bit of a test, and that's what you need in games. And it's enjoyable to get that first half test, and we've come away second half, obviously being the stronger team and making our domination pay.
Hartlepool can take something from this as well.
I thought Hartlepool had some good players. The keeper looked very good, and as I said, the left back, and they've got some good shouters, good leaders, which is probably what we lack at times. So the fact that they've obviously got a good setup. They're climbing the leagues, and I'm sure they'll climb the leagues, and we'll perhaps meet them again someday.
Right, pub.
Yeah, well, I think it might be here, because we don't want Hartlepool to go too far, so we've made them hot dogs here.
All right, okay. Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
All right, thanks very much, Nick.
Thank you.